Ladies and gentlemen, I can take you through a few of the things. For example, Ghana versus Chad, which is the away game that will be played on the 4th September. The original estimates for that game was about $1,239,090. But after we went through it and took off what we thought must be taken off, this was reduced to 856,890 US dollars, meaning that per the arrangement that His Excellency have directed us to work with, a savings of 382,200 was realized in the way. This was done through either reduction of some of the items, line items, or completely taking some of them off because we think that we can meet them through other processes. March the 8th, for example, also had similar reduction, but I will check the figures and then let you have them. So, in all, we have worked to save the purse and have made sure that, let me give you the approved budgets for item by item. Of course, the tickets for players and officials, we have a flat unit amount, but some of them will spend more. Others are likely to spend less. So there's a balancing process there. So for example, you would observe that for air tickets from base to Accra and back to base, the unit amount requested here is $6,000 per player or per official for the 28 persons who we normally would move, players and officials. Per the contract, we are responsible for the air tickets of the coaches also. So the coaches that we have who are not resident here and we have to move them, we also get tickets for them. And the unit amount there is 6,000 US dollars. But if you look at the details, you would observe that some spend more and others will spend less. Since assuming office as the minister responsible for sports and recreation, what I have come to realize is that the ultimate amount that ends up being presented as ticket cost have always been higher than what has been estimated as the cost of the ticket. And the ministry, in some instances, have had to look for other sources to be able to deal with this loophole or this gap. And that is where I say sometimes your goods and services supports what is released for as our budget. Accommodation for single rooms is $200, and also for a number of them. Usually for our players, we pay them. That's the spirit. That's how it has been. Indeed, in some time past, even including the captains were paired with other mates. They were not even alone. But this time, there's a practice where some 1 or 2, 3 senior players are given some treatment of a sort that they use single rooms. But that's what it is. There's accommodation in Chad. Before accommodation, daily meals. For $80 for the entire day for the number of meals that they will have. Accommodation in Chad is $250. Then daily meals there also approved is $80 for each person for the number of meals that they will have for that day. It doesn't mean every meal is $80. So. It's $80 for the whole day. Also, The medical expenses, as I've said, is $10,000. Per diem for players is $150 dollars per day. So the players take 150. The technical officials take 200. Incidental expenses is $20,000. Bonus for players is $5,000. So if they win, or let me say when they win, because that is the position of the minister and all of us here. When they win, we would give them $5,000. The head coach takes 10,000. The assistant coaches take 5,000. The other category of technical officials and have 4,000, and that's all. So when you add all these, you multiply it by the numbers in each level. That's where you have the $856,890 for the Ghana-Chad game. The chunk of the bill here is because of the original tickets of what? From their base to Accra and back to their base, and then also